Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Awesome Q, aka Mr. Awesome, as you know me best, or the one and only, Mr. Quentin Edwards. Guys, I'm coming to you live from a beautiful part today. It was a beautiful day here where I'm at in Georgia. Wanted to get some fresh air, wanted to be around some fresh, positive vibes today, doing my podcast on what I believe are simplistic, easy, and realistic ways for people to take control of their health, be aware of their health, and be responsible for their health, most importantly, because we live in a world and society and day and age where, in my opinion, in my thoughts, in my belief of what I do on a day-to-day basis, just not enough people are taking responsibility for their health and wellness. So, today's topics on the Wealth is Health Club, or Wealth is Health 101. Please, guys, by the way, before I even get started, check me out on Anchor. If you guys are in the podcast world, you pretty much can find me on anything but two platforms that I use is Speaker, that's Spreaker, and Anchor down like a boat. Those are two great platforms. I record on both of them. I use Spreaker a little bit more than Anchor, or a lot more, because it's just a better platform for me to use to get my my tapes out to you guys. So find us, follow us, leave comments, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what you think I could improve on, tell me what I got all the way bent out of perspective here. But again, guys, it's just my opinion on what I want to do to help people, instead of just complain about what I see on a day-to-day basis and want to actually do something about it. I've always was told, if you got a problem with something, help fix it. Don't complain about it. Don't sit around and be like everybody else, basically. And I know I'm not like everybody else. I know I'm not average. And this is me helping, giving back, because I've always, whether it was my own family, whether it's with myself, because the truth is, which I've already done slight podcasts here and there, I need to do another story. My story is, I was insecure about my weight growing up, because I was a little child, a little boy that, whether it was me, my parents, because basically I was eating what was given to me, I was overweight. I had those insecurities, and it caused me to be bullied at school. It caused me to not have the amount of confidence that I should have had, until I literally changed my life because of sports. And that confidence is what's more than anything, as far as the looks, the feel, making sure that I wasn't on any improper medications, or medication, period. Because no medication is good for your body, whether it's one, two, or multiple, as far as outside of being just a couple. So, topic for today. The topic of today is going to be habits. The struggle of bad habits with weight management, fitness guidance. What are people doing to have bad habits? To me, for the people I talk to on a day-to-day basis, just let me break it down to you. I am a life insurance agent. I have an insurance agency that I am building. I love what I do. I insure families all the time, every day. This is literally my main income, my main drip of income, with reassurance for when the inevitable is bound to happen. I supply final expense all the way up to mortgage protection, anything you can think of, even with annuities, with the financial securities investments as well. So obviously, one of the things I need to do in the life insurance world is quote people off of age and health. So I see on a one-on-one basis what people every day are going through, whether they're younger or older. And most of the time, obviously, I'm talking to older people. Age range, majority of the time, 50 to 55, all the way up to 85. And let me tell you guys, 90% of the households I'm going to, somebody's on some type of medications. And most of them are on multiple medications with multiple health issues. And again, about 98% of the time, these are things that are forced over long periods of time of abuse on the body, bad patterns, lack of caring, lack of awareness. These aren't things such as, hey, I was diagnosed with lupus, I was in a car accident, and, this, and that. Even so, though, I tell anybody I run into, whether it's fibromyalgia, whether it's I was in a car accident, I'm on back pain, I can't do much, whether it's I have lupus, whether I have this rare blood disease, it's always, always, always something in this world that can help you change your life or ease the pain. How do I know? Because I am shared with stories every day. Well, not every day, because it still is new up and coming for me, but I hear the stories of where they got themselves to, but I don't have many redemption stories yet. I'm not going to lie to you guys about that, but I do have redemption stories, and there are plenty of them out there. Google it just like I do. Now, me personally, I don't have any, but it would be such a blessing for me to do this as long as I want to do this and hear them, see them, and experience them with you guys, because there is a way. I mean, hell, people, we sent people out of space, and you're talking to somebody that loves astronomy. That is unbelievable. So when it comes to something as simple, where it's not, our bodies aren't simple. They're a very complex piece of machinery. But sending something to outer space versus taking care of your body, whether it's my way of doing it and suggesting it would be through natural care, natural remedies, natural herbs. This medicational stuff it's very rare that it's the answer, because I don't believe in our pharmaceutical industry. I don't believe in our medication supplemental industry. All of it, most of it is a jug is what I call it, or a big monopoly. What's the word that I'm looking for? They're just bullies, guys. Taking your money. They're telling you this is going to help, but yeah, they're being truthful with you without telling you the complete truth. It'll help, but it won't cure it. It won't stand it away. It'll help keep you alive a little longer, keep the pain down, but you need to be looking for cures that are going to get this out your blood. That's going to secure the answer as far as taking it all away. And some things out there, it may seem like there is no answer. Find it, guys. Act like your life depends on it. Because if my life depended on a rare disorder or a rare function or a tragedy that happened, I'm going to find the answer, because I know I'm not going to mope around taking 30, 60, 10, 20 plus pills. I can't depend on the pharmaceutical industry to supply me what I need in life, because God forbid, I always think worst case scenario, right? What if we come up short of a natural disaster? What if everything gets shut down for a day or two? You got to think about those things. If you can't get your drugs, if you can't get your medications, you're a goner. You're a goner. You know what I'm saying? It's over with, and you're dependent on something, and then you have the complete exact opposite. You get too dependent on something, and then your body gets used to it, because that's what its job is to do, whether it's by force or whether it's by, pure reaction from, hey, this has been in the system so long with this amount of dosage, this ain't doing nothing no more, especially for people who are on pain medications. Lord have mercy. There's always an answer. When you think there's no answer, there's an answer. Promise you. So bad habits. Bad habits number 1. You got to think that, 1, am I doing something wrong? Is being overweight a bad thing? And what is leading me to it? I talk to plenty of people every day that we have a height to weight ratio with every company that I represent, right? A lot of people who may not take medication at that time, or may take medications that don't disqualify them for great policies. They don't meet standards for policies because their height to weight is completely off. And they just don't happen to take medications that they seem like they should, which is nothing is wrong with that. They just might be a little on the big side. So a lot of people tell me, hey, I'm already trying to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. I'm in the processes. And I ask them, hey, what are you doing? and it's kind of crickets. They'll mumble and jumble some things up, but it's never anything as far as pure force of just going to do it. And a lot of people don't care that they're overweight, because how can I blame them? You look around at the massive popularity here in the United States. It's ridiculous. You look left and right, you're going to see someone overweight, and you tend to blend in with your surroundings and get comfortable with that. So the United States, is what I'm trying to say, if the United States was more lean, skinnier, and healthier, and you are one of the rare fat, overweight, obese people walking around, you would have a tendency and urgency and uncomfortableness, if that's even a word, uncomfortableness, to want to lose weight, because you realize that you stand out. Just like back in school, when I was overweight, there's more children that are not heavy, fat, overweight, obese, especially back in the day, and I was starting to change a little bit, but I don't want to get into too much details with that, because that's obvious stuff as well. And that's the real big concern of why I felt like I needed to step in and do something. Kids, younger and younger, are starting to go through more of what I went through. Why am I overweight? Why do I get bullied? I mean, it's not that child's fault that they're overweight 9 times out of 10. They're eating what they're supplied at the dinner table by probably more than 9 times out of 10 they're overweight parents. Guys, you gotta understand, this doesn't just affect you, it affects your children, right? But period, you gotta understand where we stand at as a nation, as one. The overall popularity is overweight more than we are healthy. So we tend not to notice things that we blend into, which is the masses of skinnier people, bigger people, overweight people, walking around like it's just all good. And everybody's case is not the same. Just because you're overweight, just because you're fat, just because there's no reason to be obese, so I'm not going to say that one. Doesn't mean that there's a problem with you. I've ran into plenty of people that used to be 280 pounds, and I've said this on the podcast before. I ran into a lady that was 330 pounds before, and she got down to 240. I'm so proud of her. I am so proud of her, right? Obviously, she's still overweight. She's only about 5'2". She's happy with that, and I'm happy for her. She's off way less medication that she was on. She's happy with her size. She says, yes, I want to be a plus-size woman. I just knew I couldn't continue the way I was, though. It was literally killing me, getting out of bed, etc., etc. Obvious stuff that most listeners would probably be going through. No need to go deep into them. But anybody from the outside looking in that doesn't know her story would be like, damn, she's still kind of big, or still kind of big. They wouldn't know. She is big, but she's not on as many medications. Probably about 1 or 2, down from about 12 to 15 she used to take for this, and that, which is a blessing. And that is a real achievement. Now, my achievement for anybody is to say, hey, I don't want you on any medications for anything, cholesterol, blood pressure, diabetes, nothing, because none of it's good for you, period. And then you have a few people that are overweight. They don't take any medication at all, but it's still not a good thing to be overweight, guys. And if it is your role and your comfortability to be a plus-size woman, a plus-size man, perfectly fine. But understand what it is doing to you, especially the older you get. And know the older you get, the less you care, which I would think should be the complete opposite. It's all about what type of life you're living, guys. And this is where habits come into play. What are you doing to lead up to wanting to survive in this short world and life of ours to begin with? As I get older, I do not want more complications. I want less complications, which is probably not realistic, because as you get older, you will have more complications, but you don't want to force them upon your body. Your body's been doing so much work for you. Why not help your temple, your pretty much your everything in this life? It gets you around, it gets you, it helps you work, supply food, money, and shelter for your family. You need to take care of your vessel, guys. I don't want to put all this extra abuse on my body that more than I need to. I'm abusing it enough. And what least I can do is invest into it where I'm taking care of it. And that is where habits come into play, such as going to the gym, doing some type of physical fitness. Man, these bugs out here are bothering me, guys. Doing some type of physical fitness. Diet is so important. What you put in your body is who you are, what you represent yourself. So there's a true belief that, pretty sure everybody's heard it, you are what you eat, right? Point blank, you are what you eat. As far as energy, as far as what your body's being molded to, as far as the type of chemical reactions it's going to have from the food. I mean, all the way down to the scientific stuff and terminology that I'm not going to use, mainly because I don't know them and don't care to. Simple thought that comes from that is you are what you eat. So you are basically a direct reputation of the way you represent yourself by your appearance. If you are 5'2", 260 pounds. I hope you guys can still hear me. It's a plane coming over me. I told you I'm outside recording live, baby. We get all of it. If you are 5'2", 260 pounds, come on. If you are 5'8", 260 pounds, come on. Come on. You're telling me something about you. You may not be lazy as far as your finances, but you are lazy in ways that will hurt you one way or another in life. And most characters, or most people's characters, are defined by prejudgment of how you look at them. I'm looking at a guy, I'm doing business with them, I can tell they are on it. Or I can look at a guy and tell them they worked hard to get here, but they lack in certain areas. Because, I mean, if you lack with your health, what else are you lacking on? Because to me, health is pretty damn important, you know? Like I said, I don't want to be working with a guy that we are working on a long-term investment plan, and it's going to take 20 years for it to pay off. And I don't know if you got 20 years left in you, you know? And like I said, this show is not for people who are, 6'2", 230. You're obviously not the most unhealthiest person. I can look at you and tell you at least try. You got a little gut from probably not having a full, complete diet or a full, complete workout session, whichever one you may lack off on, because we all lack off on something. Trust me. I do as well. I am not a hypocrite to say that I don't do this and I don't do that. But there's something that goes into effort or trying more than nothing. I know the 90% of the people I talk to try nothing. It's literally years of abuse on the body, and now you're just looking at them in pain. They don't look so well. They are basically, just being brutally honest, they are people who are waiting to die because they are either in pain, they are either suffering every day, they're either tired of taking the medications. It doesn't take much of anything short of a fool to understand that they are counting their days from being not on this earth anymore, which is so sad to me, which hurts me every time I associate myself with any future client, prospect, because I always thought life was too short. And when you get to talking to 50, 60, 70-year-olds that are not in the best health condition and are worried about the next day to come because maybe they can't afford all the medication, or maybe they're tired of taking all of it, or they hate the way it makes them feel, and so they only take it sometimes. And and a lot of them have grandchildren, and a lot of them have things they want to do, but can only take a half a day to do it because after they've been out of the house for so long, they just want to come sit down, and because they're so drained of energy because of the pills, or because of the height, or not the height, but because of the weight that their body frame carries. Some people can't get around because they can barely walk because they got this disease and this long word of medical terminology, stuff that we can't even pronounce, and let alone damn spell, And again, all the pharmaceutical industry and doctors are going to do, especially for the baby boomers, is just prescribing stuff, try to get as much money off of them as they can before they die anyway, whether it's from good health or bad health. And it's such a ridiculous thing. I want to be able to help millennials. I want to be able to help all generations, including baby boomers who are trying, want to know what to do. And a lot of it just comes from pure, sheer effort. It comes from the bad habits that you've been doing all your life, because it started most likely when you were little. Do you have any fitness regimen worked into your daily workout plan? I have a grandmother that she's 80 something. I wouldn't even lie to you. She's 80 something. I think mid 80s. This woman gets up every day, as far as I know, still, and she goes walking. She doesn't eat too much fried stuff. She's no fool to the game. She knows she wants to be here a while. She knows she loves living. She knows she loves life. She gets up every day, go walks like 2 or 3 miles. People, it doesn't take a lot. It's not rocket science. You want physical fitness. You want to be healthy. You have to demand this stuff out of yourself, not the world, not your family, not your doctor. You go look at what you need to do. And sometimes the answer is so simple. I'm not asking you to do these cool, halfway, most of the time impossible workouts that just look cool. I need you guys to get up and realize, oh man, I am eating fried food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, huh? I probably shouldn't do that. Or I do consume way too much dairy products, as far as cheese, milk, sour cream. That's just kind of ridiculous. And maybe I should cut back on that. Because I'm not telling you to stop all of it, but I'm telling you to either cut back, increase the fitness regimen, or suffer when the end comes. Because everything I do in life is all about peace, prosperity, and abundance. You have an abundance of health that you need to tap into. You need to prosper into it. And guys, you need to have that peace of mind and assurance to know when you get old, health is the last thing you need to be worried about, because you've abused your body for 40 years. Right? So, check what your bad habits are. When I'm struggling with something, I get at the drawing board. I understand what am I doing wrong, whether it's for finances or whether it's for health or whether it's for relationship building or whether it's for personal development. I talk to myself all the time. I know I'm not the only one in this world that does. I know you do as well. And check myself and just write it down. I get it out of my head, because in my head it's so jumbled up, mixed with other thoughts and prayers and wishes that are going on. I need to focus on what I need to focus on. I walk in people's houses. I see they're on 30 medications, and I say, have you ever sat down and talked to yourself and see what you needed to do? Because I walked in plenty of other houses where I've heard stories of where people have done that same exact thing and came out on the other side. Yeah, since then I've tried this tea and it helped me lose 20 pounds, and my daughter's helping me doing this now, and every other day I get up and I walk. I'm like, man, that is awesome. How old are you now? I'm 76. At 58, I thought I was going to die because I had this and I had congestive heart failure and Guys, it's people getting up, taking control over what they realized they were doing wrong on a day-to-day basis, which came down to those bad habits. Got up, didn't eat anything healthy, didn't drink anything healthy, no greens, no physical fitness. I'm just layering it out without getting too technical, because it isn't anything hard. If you know you aren't eating anything as far as greens, as far as vegetables, as far as salad, spinach, guys, you are lacking. You are behind. If you know that you eat more fast food and fried food, and you're cooking in grease every day, guys, you are behind. And I'm telling you from personal experience where you're going, because it's not hard to see. It's not hard to tell. You are in control of your future and everything that is bound to come to you. And for me, that's a scary thing, because the future can either be bright or it can either be dark. And I want mine to be as bright as possible, because I know I want to get old, and I know what comes with getting old, which is incorrect, which is getting old comes with all the issues that come with it. You got your bones breaking down on you, you got things slowing down, systems slowing down, times get rough. They're not going to speed up as you get older, but you can definitely delay the process with a decent diet and a decent workout regimen. If you're not going to do one, at least do the other. If you know you're not a physical fit person, you're not going to at least get up and walk, because walking is an exercise. It does raise your heart rate. It does put you in a different state on a physical peak. Literally, just walking, guys. If that isn't even you, you know you're not going to do that, at least change your diet. At least eat healthy. At least drink appropriate things. Green tea, ginger tea. I mean, it's all these remedies out here. We live in a world where science and technology has literally taken us out of this planet. I mean, we could see things in other universes, hell. So, why do you think you can't take control of your little universe, which is called your body? There is so many cheat ways and short, simple regimens and all the secrets this, the secrets that, gyms around every corner now. It's literally not hard, but our massive population and our massive decisions and choices here in the United States seems to think otherwise, because there was a day when all this stuff wasn't here and we were healthier than ever. Now it's the complete opposite, which is very, very scary to see. All these workout regimens, programs, diets, all this stuff. I mean, to me, it isn't even called for. It's just as simple as understanding where you're at, understanding what you're doing, understanding where you want to go. And I'm only talking to people that are not selfish, that want to live a long time, that have something to live for as far as grandchildren, as far as a purpose, as far as a mission in life, and don't want to find themselves on the other end unable to walk, less energy, on 50, 30, 20, 10 plus pills. You got to take control now. And if that is you right now, if you are hearing this, best believe that tomorrow or right now is your day to change. It's your day to get up and say, I got to do something. I've heard plenty of people say it. I heard plenty of people do it. And whatever you're deciding to wait on, enough is enough. Get up. And you ain't even got to really throw everything out, unless you know you just got a whole bunch of BS. Stop eating all the snacks. Stop snacking all the time. If you know you don't get up and do any type of walking and you can barely walk, maybe that's probably why. Don't make excuses for yourself. Well, I got this and I got that and my doctor said this. Your doctor is just a simple, direct guidance of telling you things that he went to school for that he should know and you don't. Nobody knows your body better than you. As far as how you feel, why you feeling it, should really be the only reason you go to the doctor. You should have so much decent control of self-awareness on your body that you know something ain't right and you need to go to the doctor and figure out why. That's what their machines and their knowledge is for. They'll give you an answer, you go get a second opinion. You don't like that answer, which you shouldn't. You never accept that first opinion. I hope you wouldn't. Your life is on the line. Remember, don't leave one opinion with one doctor with your life on the line on it, because some of these doctors are so full of it. Come on, guys. Don't do it. Word of advice. Take that. Say, I don't like that answer. Let me do my own research. Let me go get another second opinion from another doctor in a whole new, different network. Make sure they're not in the same network. Tell them to look at it. You don't like that opinion, don't like that result, create your own. It is your body. And your body's going to do exactly what you want to do based off actions of steps that you implement to put it in the right place. So, take control of your habits. Everybody has bad habits, whether they're extremely bad habits, more bad habits than good habits. Let's go ahead and reverse that. Good habits need to be way more massive than your bad habits. Do you even have any good habits? If you were to make a list right now, make a little T-chart. Good habits on the left, bad habits on the right. Which side is going to win? That's a real experiment. That's something that I do all the time with my finances. That's something I do all the time with my health. And I don't even struggle with my health. Which side is going to win? And if your bad side is winning, it's time for a change. If they are even, it's time for a change. If your good side doesn't out-dominate your bad side, it is time for a change. Take control of your bad habits. Understand your bad habits. Do something about your bad habits, because it's worth it. You're worth it. So, as usual, it's been a pleasure. Please send us comments, concerns. We have a email address at Zeal, Z-E-A-L, lifestyle changer at yahoo.com. Hit us up, guys. Zeal, lifestyle changer at yahoo.com. Is it Yahoo or Gmail? I might be tripping. I think it's Gmail. I'm just completely blanked out right now. Zeal Lifestyle Changer at Gmail. I am tripping. It's Gmail. Hit us up. Leave comments, concerns, whatever you listen to us on. If you listen to us on a platform, on Spreaker or Anchor, please leave comments. Send me anything. I want to get better. I want to help people. Let me know what I'm doing wrong, what I can help in. If you're looking for certain specific tips, I got them. I'll research them for you. I have specialists that I do talk to. Yes, we just came from talking to a nutrition specialist on our last show with Renee Terry. She is a true inspiration of how she had lupus, how she no longer has lupus because she completely changed her life around. It's a very inspiring story. If you haven't heard that yet, please go listen to it. I'm meeting people. I'm mingling with people every day that are going through it, that want help, looking for the way. And I'm talking to people every day that have either went through it, know somebody went through it, and are very inspired to help other people as well. So we're here for you guys. This is Wealth is Health Club. We are a club. We are a symbol of wanting to help people find simplistic, easy ways, steps, and procedures to take control of your health. Health is everything in life because it is simply tied into your life, guys. It's no easier or metaphorical way to say that. So, tune in again. I was hoping I was able to do something for you today. This podcast is a little longer than usual. And please tune in. Tell your friends about us. We'll be back. And again, tune in again. This has been a special for you. Mr. Awesome Q tuning out today. AKA Mr. Awesome. Thank you for checking in the Wealth is Health Club. See you next week, people. Peace.